mountain, you must climb it. You gotta climb. When you see that mountain, you gotta climb it. You gotta climb. You must climb. Oh God.
So Coke Studio Africa. What is it about the whole process that is really exciting you? Is this your first time here?
It's my third, actually.
Third time.
It's my third season. And one of the things I love about Cook Studio Africa is how it embraces or it creates the format or the platform for us to work with different artists in Africa that we probably would never have met in the lifetime of our careers, you know. And it also helps you break into different markets and different territories, and you know, you get to a point where you're no longer regarded as just an artist from your country, but you should aim bigger and be regarded as an African artist. So I think Coke Studio has given me that privilege.
You know, I always say this: the best music is made out of Africa when different countries
collaborate.
You know, that's
yes,
when you
I
get
totally
the
best. Yes, because if you go back to the Miriam Makebas and the Brenda Fassies, those were the things that they had going. You know? And they had a lot of festivals, and even international musicians always used to come here because they wanted. They knew we had something that you can replicate anywhere else but here. You know, so I think that's beautiful.
So third time around, what's going to be different for you this time around? I mean, you're no stranger to this obviously now, so what's going to be different this time around?
Well, the format is totally different from the first two seasons I did. I like this because you can relate a lot more to your audience. And and I feel like, you know, that's the most beautiful part about being an artist, when your audience can find themselves in you, basically. So that's how this format is. And then outside that, I've never really been in the space of Sage's type of music. So I'm covering one of his songs, and you know, I wanted to maintain the cultural significance of the song. And being that Dekale is a dance and is a movement in itself culturally, I don't want to change the song to a jazz vibe, or I want to maintain the significance of the whole point why he would do that genre in the first place. So that's a risk.
Now let me ask you, when you're asked to collaborate with somebody like this, and obviously you haven't worked with him before. If you come to a point where you have differences or you don't agree on something, how do you go around that? Because at the end of the day, stuff needs to happen.
And you know, we have like a language barrier as well.
And I was actually coming there next. So how do you overcome that?
Well, for me, I think it's just basically being honest as possible and making him understand the view and why. Because the thing is, like, he's covering one of my songs, and I'm curious to know where he's going to take it. So whatever he brings to the table, I think I'll be fine by. But if I have like any one or two changes, I'll tell him nicely that I think you. And the truth is, we'll try both ways, and then we'll judge based on our hearing ability and say, okay, does this work? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So my way and my method may not necessarily be the best eventually, because we have the options and we can say, like, we started a new song yesterday, and I promise you, honey, that song is going to be a hit.
It's going to be a killer.
Oh God. And that's what I like about him, because he's as spontaneous as I am. So the minute we heard the beat, he went into the studio and he put his melody, and I'm like that. I put melodies first before I write. So I too, I went to the studio, I put the chorus, the melody before we started writing. So
the magic.
We already connected musically, so yeah.
What other artists in Africa would you like to work with that you haven't worked with yet?
Ooh, there are a lot of.
Yeah, give me like two or three.
I've been a fan of Hot the Band for so long.
Really? Hot the Band?
I promise you, the first time I heard their song, I was on a bus.
That's the first?
And then I was asking the driver, I said, who are these guys? I want to get to meet them. I searched them on Twitter, I followed them, I went on their Instagram, I followed them. Like, I'm a groupie.
Are they aware of this?
They are aware, because I say it everywhere I go. I'm a Hot the Band groupie. They know that I'm a groupie, and I look forward to working with them on the scene.
That's amazing.
Yes, I look forward to working with them.
I didn't expect that at all. I never saw that coming.
They are one of the best artists coming out from Nigeria, because from Africa. And here's why. Because they were able to, because the song I heard was Shoes, and they were able to bring so much life to an inanimate object.
Yeah,
and
that is true.
And they were telling my own story as well.
Oh, really?
So that's the strength of music, because every time your listeners are listening, they have a part of them in your song. And I feel like that thing is a gift that not a lot of artists know how to do. Not a lot of people will come down to your level and tell your story. Even if it's their story, write it in a way that you can find yourself in it.
That's true.
And I think that they do very well. So I'm a huge fan. I love Lyra. She's actually on one of the songs that is on my album at the moment. Tresor is one who's South African. DJ Heavy K, he's South African.
Oh yeah, he's amazing. Yeah. The drum boss.
Venisande is a sister.
Tanzania.
Yeah,
she's killing it in Tanzania.
She is. She's blood. She's my sister. Victoria Kimani, we've talked about it for years. At some point, I'm like, Victoria, if this thing doesn't happen, So I really love collaborations because I think that it represents who we are as Africans. We're unique. We are opinionated, yes, but we're unique and very diverse. But we have one mind, and I feel like
the international language. Right?
Yes, it is. So.
Well, I'm really looking forward to what's going to be coming up next. I can't wait to see your performances.
Yeah.
So maybe just before we leave, you can sing a quick line of any song.
Okay.
Any song.
There's a song called Mountain that I featured Lyra on, and it's going to be my next single. It's coming out in September.
Okay.
And the song basically is about people and the highs and the lows, really, and
which we all have.
Yeah, and the discipline and the energy and desire to thrive regardless. So I just sing the chorus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
When you see that mountain, you must climb it. You gotta climb. When you see that mountain, you gotta climb it. You gotta climb.